Joe Biden has a dog in the White House. It's a German Shepherd. And it turns out that this dog, Champ or Major, I don't really know what its name is. I love dogs. I'm not trying to be dismissive of the dog, but I am dismissive of people who get mad at dogs being dogs. So reporters noticed that, the dog had pooped on the red carpet in the hallway right before they were going to be escorted to Jill Biden's motorcade. But the more serious issues have to do with Major, Biden's younger dog, who's also a rescue, recently bit a National Parks Service employee who was working on the White House South Lawn. And this was unfortunately the second time that Major nipped someone. So in early March, the dog also bit a Secret Service employee. Doesn't like the Secret Service much while on a walk on the South Lawn. And so, Nando tweeted about this and it made me laugh because he thinks like, why aren't the libs calling Caesar? Right? That guy who does like the dog training stuff. Like they'll love it. They'll go nuts over it. Like it'll be great. And I think he's got a point there. But also like dogs, dogs do this. I mean, my dog, I don't know what it is about mail carriers, but like he sees a mail carrier, he loses his mind. And if I let him go, like he will nip the mail carrier's ankle, right? Because it's like a protective thing. He thinks that the mail carrier is a threat. So it doesn't happen ever, really. Like I have him behind a door and he'll be fine. But like, I just feel like people are panicking about this, and it's not like the dog like mauled someone, right? Like he needs training. Yeah, dogs need to be trained. Like okay.
I'm about to be controversial here. Miss me with all this dog stuff. Get it out of here. Did you people who kiss your dog in the mouth, who let your dog lay on your bed after you took it outside, right directly afterwards? It's something that I just don't get it. Find a human being, give them a hug, walk in the park with them. The dog stuff is something that I don't get, that I'll never forget. And again, I'll remind you that as a black guy, oftentimes dogs don't like us. I mean, it's just a fact. It's just a fact. Ash, you look confused. I'm telling you, dogs don't like black people. It's not the mailman thing. You said, I don't know why they don't like mailmen. It's the same thing for the blacks, man. I just don't have time for it. I don't have time.
Dogs are pretty intuitive. I think the dog just recognizes that you don't like it, and it's reacting to
that. Might be it. That might be it.
That's it.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, and by the way, I understand your discomfort with a dog like laying in a bed after it's been outside and whatever. And maybe this is controversial, but I wash my dog's feet every time I take him out. And yes, I have wipes to wipe his. I wipe his ass. I wipe my dog's ass because I don't want his like poopy butt in my home. Like it's so I get your concern. I'm trying to validate what you're saying. Alyssa, please jump in and save me from Waz's bullying right now.
Definitely a controversial opinion. I'm the same way though, Anna. I always wipe my dog's feet right after coming in. I'm kind of a clean freak when it comes to that stuff because just the entire walking everywhere. But as far as Waz's opinion that this dog stuff needs to go, I would say that as far as newsworthy, yeah, I would pass on this, especially because as Anna said, this is something that dogs do, period. So yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, Anna.
So I gotta explain the dog thing to you because first 12 years of my life, I lived in Brooklyn, New York. Then from 12 to 30, I moved to Queens, but mostly in black neighborhoods, West Indian neighborhoods to be specific. And all the dogs that lived in my neighborhood were one of two breeds, Rottweiler, Pit Bull. And those dogs, those owners got those dogs not to be cute and cuddly, no, to scare the living daylights out of anybody that would come near their crib, right? So these dogs weren't nice, cute, cuddly, your little Shih Tzu. No, it's not the same thing. These dogs were weapons. These dogs were threats. Okay, so that's what formed my own opinion about dogs and dog ownership. It's an intimidation tactic. One of my neighbors, I'll never forget this. You know what he named his pit bull? Ruckus. Why do you think that was? Do you think that was by accident? No, it was intentional, people. So that shaped my opinion about dogs. Of course, as I got older, some of the more trendy stuff, I feel like Paris Hilton even had people in the hood getting those cutesy little hand dogs. But before that, it was all pits.
So you've never had a dog before?
No, never wanted a dog.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
There's been like, I want to say 3 dogs in my life that I've ever liked. Ever. I'm talking about ever.
Wow.
I'm 34 years
amazing.
old. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough going up the hood, man. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I got attacked and bitten by a dog when I was a kid, and I still have the scar on my wrist because it grabbed my wrist and it wouldn't let go. And it didn't traumatize me to the point where it formed an opinion of dogs overall. If anything, it's funny, being the child of immigrant parents, not all of them, but certainly mine, it's usually a question of what did you do wrong? You obviously did something, right? And so at the time, I just remember the talking point being, it's because the dog knows you're scared, and so it attacked you, which is true. I was terrified of the dog, and it did attack me. So after that, every time I would see an intimidating looking dog, I'd be like, I got you. Don't worry. But no, I'm obsessed with my dog. I like my dog more than a lot of humans. I'm gonna just put it out there. Not everyone, but it's just. It's hard to explain the bond. You got to have a dog to understand it, Woz. But the bond is real.
I'll never understand.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.